One of the hardest things to understand in life is why some people dislike you even when you have done nothing wrong to them. You can be kind, respectful, generous, understanding, and peaceful, yet there will still be people who judge you, compete with you, gossip about you, misunderstand you, or secretly hope for your downfall. Many people grow up believing that if they are good to others, everyone will treat them well in return. Unfortunately, life does not always work that way. Sometimes the nicer you are, the more people take advantage of you. Sometimes, the more peaceful you become, the more others try to disturb your peace. Sometimes, your kindness becomes a mirror that reminds others of the darkness inside themselves. This video is not about teaching you to hate people back. This video is about understanding human behavior deeply. It is about realizing that not every negative reaction toward you is your fault. It is about learning why people project their pain onto others. It is about protecting your peace without losing your kindness. If you have ever asked yourself, why do people hate me when I never harmed them? Why do people gossip about nice people? Why do some people become angry when you succeed? Why do fake people pretend to support you? Why does kindness sometimes attract disrespect? Then this video is for you. This is not just a video. It is a deep journey into human emotions, insecurity, jealousy, pride, trauma, ego, and the silent battles people carry every day. By the end of this video, you will no longer feel confused about why some people dislike you. You will stop blaming yourself for every misunderstanding. And most importantly, you will learn how to remain kind without allowing the world to destroy your peace. Not everyone will like you, and that is normal. One of the biggest mistakes people make is believing they must be liked by everyone. The truth is, even the kindest people in the world are hated by someone. There are people who dislike successful people. There are people who dislike quiet people. There are people who dislike confident people. There are people who dislike beautiful people. There are people who dislike honest people. No matter who you are, someone somewhere will create a reason not to like you. This happens because humans see life through their own emotions, experiences, wounds, insecurities, and personal struggles. Some people judge you based on their jealousy, their past trauma, their insecurity, their fear, their ego, their own unhappiness. Sometimes people do not actually hate you. They hate how you make them feel. You may remind them of what they failed to become, what they lost, what they are insecure about, what they wish they had, the peace they cannot find. That is why two people can meet the exact same person and have completely different opinions. One person may see you as inspiring. Another person may see you as arrogant. One person may see your silence as maturity. Another may see it as attitude. One person may admire your confidence. Another may secretly envy it. Human beings do not react to reality alone. They react based on their internal world. Understanding this changes everything. You stop wasting energy trying to make everyone happy. You stop over-explaining yourself. You can be a good person and still be misunderstood. You can love people genuinely and still be betrayed. You can help people sincerely and still become the villain in their story. That is why emotional maturity is important. Because if you spend your entire life trying to control how others see you, you will lose yourself completely. The goal is not to be liked by everyone. The goal is to stay true to yourself. Why kind people become targets? Many people think being kind protects them from negativity. But in reality, kind people often become targets. Why? Because kindness is often misunderstood as weakness. Some people believe nice people are easy to manipulate. Kind people will tolerate disrespect. Gentle people will stay silent. Forgiving people can be used repeatedly. This is why many genuinely kind people experience betrayal, disrespect, manipulation, emotional exhaustion, fake friendships. Toxic people often test boundaries. They observe how much they can get away with. If they see that someone avoids conflict at all costs, They may continue crossing lines because they believe there will be no consequences. This is why kindness without boundaries becomes self-destruction. Being kind does not mean allowing abuse, accepting disrespect, staying silent forever, sacrificing your mental health, letting people drain your energy. Real kindness includes self-respect. One of the strongest things a person can learn is how to say no without guilt. People who benefit from your lack of boundaries may become angry when you finally protect yourself, but that anger reveals something important. They never respected your kindness. They only enjoyed access to your energy. A person who truly values you will respect your boundaries. Jealousy is one of the most hidden emotions in the world. Most people will never openly admit they are jealous. Instead, jealousy often disguises itself as criticism, gossip, mockery, passive aggression, fake concern, competition, backhanded compliments. Some people become uncomfortable simply because you are growing. Your happiness reminds them of their sadness. Your discipline reminds them of their laziness. Your confidence reminds them of their insecurity. Your peace reminds them of their chaos. Sometimes people supported you when you were struggling because your struggle made them feel superior. But once you begin improving, they change. Suddenly, they become distant. They stop supporting you. They criticize everything you do. They minimize your achievements. They secretly hope you fail. Not everyone claps for your growth. Some people only like the version of you that was easier to control. Jealousy becomes dangerous when people compare their entire life to your highlight moments. Social media made this problem even worse. Many people constantly compare looks, money, relationships, success, lifestyle, followers, attention. Comparison creates insecurity, and insecurity can create resentment. This is why some people attack others for no reason. Their battle is internal. Gossip is one of the oldest human behaviors. People gossip for many reasons: to feel included, to feel powerful, to gain attention, to entertain themselves, to distract from their own problems, to destroy someone's reputation. Sadly, kind people are often talked about the most. Why? Because peaceful people rarely fight back. Some people gossip because they are bored. Others gossip because they are insecure. Others gossip because they secretly admire the person they are attacking. Yes, sometimes people gossip about those they envy. Talking negatively about someone can temporarily make insecure people feel superior. But gossip says more about the speaker than the target. Emotionally mature people do not spend their lives destroying others. People who are busy building their future usually do not have time to obsess over someone else's life. One important lesson: do not destroy your peace trying to correct every rumor. Some people already decided who they want you to be in their story. You cannot control that. What you can control is your character, your actions, your peace, your response. Sometimes silence protects your dignity better than endless explanations. Why your success triggers people. Success reveals people's true feelings. Some people celebrate your wins genuinely. Others silently become uncomfortable. Why? Because your success forces them to confront their own life. When people see someone improving, they may start questioning their own discipline, their own choices, their own failures, their own lack of action. Not everyone wants inspiration. Some people want excuses. This is why successful people often experience isolation. The higher you grow, the fewer people can relate to your mindset. Sometimes people say things like, "You changed, you think you're better now, you forgot where you came from." But often, what really changed is, you stopped accepting disrespect, you stopped shrinking yourself, you stopped tolerating negativity. Growth makes insecure people uncomfortable. This is especially true if people expected you to fail. Nothing confuses toxic people more than seeing someone they underestimated succeed. The danger of being too available. Many kind people constantly give their time, energy, attention, and help to others. At first, people appreciate it, but over time, some begin to expect it. And once people become used to constant access to you, they may become angry when you finally prioritize yourself. This is one of the harsh truths about human behavior. People sometimes notice your absence more than your presence. When you constantly sacrifice for everyone, your effort becomes normal. Your value becomes overlooked. Your exhaustion becomes invisible. That is why balance matters. You cannot pour endlessly into others while neglecting yourself. Being available 24/7 does not make people respect you more. Sometimes it makes them value you less. Protecting your energy is not selfish. It is necessary. Why some people secretly want you to fail. This is painful but true. Not everyone around you wants the best for you. Some people enjoy watching. Others struggle because it makes them feel better about their own life. Misery loves company. Some people feel threatened by your confidence, your intelligence, your beauty, your discipline, your healing, your independence. Instead of improving themselves, they try to pull others down. This may happen through discouragement, mockery, negative comments, fake advice, emotional manipulation. Be careful with people who always doubt your dreams, laugh at your goals, disappear during your success, compete with you constantly, support you only when you are struggling. A true supporter celebrates your growth without feeling threatened by it. Fake friends and hidden enemies. One of the hardest lessons in life is realizing that not everyone around you is genuine. Some people stay close because they benefit from you. They are curious about your life. They want access to your energy. They enjoy comparison. They want information. Fake friends often reveal themselves slowly. Signs may include they gossip about others to you. They compete with you secretly. They disappear when you need help. They minimize your achievements. They become uncomfortable when good things happen to you. They support you publicly but criticize you privately. Some people smile in your face while secretly hoping you fail. This is why discernment matters. Not everyone deserves full access to your life. Privacy protects peace. Why healing changes your relationships. When you begin healing emotionally, your relationships often change. Why? Because healed people behave differently. They set boundaries, communicate clearly, avoid drama, respect themselves, walk away from toxic situations. People who benefited from your old and healthy habits may dislike the new version of you. For example, if you used to tolerate disrespect quietly, people may become angry when you finally speak up. If you used to constantly people please, others may accuse you of becoming selfish. When you prioritize your mental health, healing changes your standards, and not everyone will grow with you. Sometimes healing requires distance. The power of emotional detachment. One of the greatest forms of peace is emotional detachment. Detachment does not mean you stop caring. It means you stop begging for validation. You stop chasing people who disrespect you. You stop explaining yourself endlessly. You stop allowing negativity to control your emotions. Emotionally detached people understand. Not every battle deserves a reaction. Some people want emotional responses. Your anger feeds them. Your desperation entertains them. Your emotional breakdown gives them power. Silence, peace, and self-control protect your energy. Maturity is learning when to walk away. Why confidence intimidates insecure people. Confidence can trigger people deeply, not because confidence is bad, but because insecure people compare themselves constantly. When someone is comfortable with themselves, they speak differently. They carry themselves differently. They stop begging for approval. They stop shrinking themselves. Insecure people may interpret confidence as arrogance, especially if they are used to seeing you doubt yourself. The moment you stop tolerating disrespect, some people may accuse you of changing. But confidence is not arrogance. Arrogance says, I'm better than everyone. Confidence says, I know my worth. There is a huge difference. Social media and the rise of hidden hate. Social media changed human behavior dramatically. Today people compare themselves constantly. Many people feel pressure to appear rich, beautiful, successful, perfect, happy. But behind screens, many are struggling emotionally. This creates insecurity and hidden resentment. Some people become addicted to comparison. They silently watch your photos, your success, your lifestyle, your relationships. And instead of feeling inspired, they feel bitter. This is why social media often increases envy, fake support, cyberbullying, judgment, gossip. Remember this, not everyone watching you supports you. Some people watch hoping to see you fail. Protect your peace online. You do not owe the internet full access to your life. The difference between kindness and weakness. Many people confuse kindness with weakness, but true kindness requires strength. Weakness is tolerating abuse because you fear losing people. Strength is remaining respectful while protecting your boundaries. A kind person can still say no, walk away, defend themselves, protect their peace. In toxic relationships, being kind does not mean becoming a doormat. The healthiest people balance compassion with self-respect, learning to stop explaining yourself. Many good-hearted people waste years trying to prove themselves. They over-explain, defend every rumor, try to fix misunderstandings, beg others to see their good intentions. But one painful truth exists: some people intentionally misunderstand you. No explanation will change a mind already committed to negativity. At some point, peace becomes more valuable than approval. Not everyone deserves access to your energy. You do not need to attend every argument you are invited to. The loneliness of growth. Growth can become lonely. As you mature emotionally, spiritually, mentally, and financially, you may notice fewer friendships, more distance, more misunderstandings, more isolation. This happens because growth changes your priorities. You stop enjoying drama, gossip, fake competition, toxic environments, superficial conversations. Not everyone is willing to grow. Some people prefer comfort over self-improvement. That does not make you better than them, but it does mean your paths may separate. Sometimes outgrowing people is necessary. How to protect your peace. Peace is expensive. Not everyone deserves access to it. Protecting your peace may require boundaries, distance, silence, privacy, self-discipline, emotional control. Some practical ways to protect your peace. Stop oversharing. Not everyone needs to know your plans. Learn to say no. You are not responsible for saving everyone. Avoid constant negativity. Your environment affects your mindset. Choose your circle carefully. Energy is contagious. Prioritize healing. Unhealed wounds attract unhealthy situations. Stop seeking approval. Your value does not depend on public validation. Accept that some people will dislike you, and life continues anyway. Understanding projection. Projection happens when people place their own emotions onto others. For example, a dishonest person may accuse others of lying. An insecure person may call others arrogant. A jealous person may criticize someone's success. People often reveal themselves through the way they judge others. This is why emotionally wounded people sometimes attack innocent people. Their internal pain spills outward. Understanding projection helps you stop taking everything personally. Sometimes the attack was never truly about you. The importance of self-respect. Kindness without self-respect becomes self-neglect. Self-respect means knowing your value, protecting your boundaries, walking away from disrespect, refusing to beg for love, choosing peace over chaos. People treat you partly based on what you tolerate. When you constantly allow disrespect, toxic people assume access to you has no limits. The moment you raise your standards, some people may leave. Let them. Anyone who disappears because you gained self-respect was never truly for you. You cannot heal everyone. Some kind-hearted people become emotionally exhausted trying to save everyone. But healing is personal. You cannot force growth, accountability, emotional maturity, self-awareness. Some people are deeply attached to their victim mindset. Others are addicted to chaos. Some people destroy every good thing in their life because dysfunction feels familiar. It is not your responsibility to carry everyone's emotional burden. Support people when you can, but do not destroy yourself trying to rescue people who refuse to help themselves. Becoming unbothered. One of the most powerful stages in life is becoming emotionally unbothered. Not cold, not heartless, peaceful. You stop reacting to everything. You stop chasing closure from people who hurt you. You stop forcing connections. You stop begging to be understood. You realize your peace matters more than winning arguments. Maturity is understanding that not every insult deserves your energy. Sometimes the strongest response is silence. Sometimes walking away is power. Sometimes protecting your mental health is more important than proving a point. Stay kind, but stay wise. The world can be beautiful, but it can also be cruel. There will always be people who misunderstand you. There will always be people who gossip. There will always be people who compete, compare, envy, criticize, and judge. Do not let that harden your heart completely. Stay kind, but also stay wise. Stay observant. Stay emotionally strong. Stay protective of your peace. You do not need everyone to like you. You only need to remain true to yourself. Remember, people's opinions about you are often reflections of their own internal battles. Do not carry guilt for being genuine in a world full of masks. Your kindness is not weakness. Your peace is not arrogance. Your boundaries are not cruelty. Your healing is not selfishness. And if some people hate you simply because you are becoming stronger, wiser, happier, and more confident, let them continue growing anyway. Because the people who truly value you will never feel threatened by your light. They will help you shine brighter. If you are watching this while feeling hurt, misunderstood, betrayed, or emotionally exhausted, remember this. You are not required to destroy yourself just to make others comfortable. Do not lose your softness. Just learn where to place it. Not every person deserves unlimited access to your heart. Protect your peace. Protect your energy. Protect your future. And never apologize for becoming someone who finally chooses self-respect over constant suffering. The right people will understand you, and the wrong people, they were never meant to stay in your life forever. The most important relationship you will ever have is the one you build with yourself, again and again.